What up, y'all? Welcome back. This is going to be part two to our two-part Dr. Sebi series. Hope y'all checked out part one. If you hadn't checked it out yet, make sure you check it out before you watch this one. And now we shall continue with our discussion on Dr. Sebi.
When you have diabetes, it's different from having leukemia. When you have sickle cell anemia, most certain it's not like leukemia, they're different. When they are not, they never been different. They're coming from the same source. The mucous membrane of our biological structure has been compromised, meaning that the mucous membrane has been broken. And wherever that break has taken place, would determine the disease that you would manifest.
So, next question. What do you think about his mucus claims?
Mucus. Oh my God. That's even worse, actually. And that does tie hand in hand with the whole alkaline movement. The idea that mucus is the cause of your problems. Or mucus is the impetus for disease. Right? So, one, that's not true either.
Here we go with this shit again.
Your body has to maintain a certain level of mucus in order to function. There's mucus between your joints, there's mucus in your face, in your nose, there's mucus lining your organs. That mucus has to be there, once again, for your body to function. And my biggest thing is that when he makes these claims of mucus is the problem, and people repeat them.
Yeah.
My first question is, what is mucus?
You have made a decision to come to us with a question that is not necessary.
What is mucus made out of?
It's made out of mucus.
Blocking you. That was the dumbest shit I heard all day.
That's what they would probably say. Yes. But do you know what consists in mucus? What is mucus? If you don't know what it is, you should probably find out before you claim that it is a bad thing. Or you can just listen to me and I'll tell you. Mucus is 98% water.
You serious?
The other 1% is salt. And the other 1% are polymers that give its consistency. It makes it the consistency it is.
Yeah.
That's all. So mucus is mostly water. That's basically what you're trying to rid yourself of. Something that is mostly water.
Man, bro, quit lying, bro. He lying, right?
You can look it up. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Type it into Google. What is mucus made out of? And you're going to try to rid yourself of something that is 98% water? Good luck. Good luck.
Mostly, I mean, your body is mostly.
Yes. You will never not stop producing mucus. If you do, once again, you probably have a medical condition. Because mucus serves a purpose. It lines your organs. It captures diseases. It allows, when you blow your nose, it lets you expel potential illnesses.
Yeah. It's kind of like the word bacteria. You hear it and you're like, oh, it's automatically negative. And it's like, no.
No.
It serves a purpose. There's actually good bacteria.
Yeah. There's a bacteria biome in your body that
you need it.
Is there an echo in here? Is there an echo in here?
Yeah.
to survive. Yes.
Again, this is biology.
Yeah, it's biology.
For those who, questioning it. Okay, so question 3.
Yeah.
I said, there is no such thing as a germ, a virus, or a bacteria. Then what is it? I said, man, it is a microbe that is generated in the body when erosion begins. If I take a very healthy human being and lay them on the stable and not move them for a month, when I raise them, what are they going to have on their back? A bed sore. And inside that bed sore would be some little worms, isn't it? Sure. But where did the worms come from and where were they birthed? In the man himself. But why the bed sore? You didn't move that person. That part of him was lacking of oxygen.
What do you think about his claim about I think, what was it, bed sores or something like that?
Oh,
you remember that?
yeah.
What do you think?
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
It's automatic, like,
Definitely
oh my god.
The one when he basically claimed that there's no such thing as germs or viruses.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Like, what are we doing? He literally said that. And once again, is BS.
It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. It never happened.
One, he's incorrect. And two, he doesn't even realize how wrong he is when he says it. So, the video that I saw was him saying there's no such thing as a bacteria or a virus, and then a doctor asked him, well, then what is it? And then he said, it is a microbe causing this. Now, I want y'all to look up the definition of a microbe and tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Because clearly I'm crazy. You know? Because if you look it up, the definition of a microbe is like 5 things. It's bacteria, it's virus, fungus, and like 2 other things that I'm not sure what it is. But he said it's not a bacteria, it's a microbe.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still in the realm of what we're talking about here. Now you have to specify what kind of microbe it is.
Yeah.
But he doesn't ever do that.
I wonder why.
You know why.
He doesn't ever freaking do that. Because we know what microbes are.
Mm-hmm.
What microbe are we talking about?
Right. Be Pacific.
Yes.
Stop it.
And it's so, and then he went along to say what he was talking about, the bed sores or whatnot, and how the worms come out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And he made this insinuation that the worms that come out of your bed sores are already in you, are already there.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Oh man, that's just crazy. Oh, that is wild.
Is
this your king?
That shit be having a slant.
If you know anything, if you've ever worked in those situations and you know how easily flies can get into hospital or areas that you're trying to keep clean, those flies, they come in and they lay eggs in wounds or in decaying flesh because they can smell it.
Decaying flesh. That's what I was going to say. Good.
They fly down there and they lay eggs. And then guess what the eggs do? They hatch and then they eat the decayed flesh. This is where maggots come from. This is what maggots do. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
larva stage,
yes, they eat the decayed flesh. So when you see the worms don't just pop up out of you when you have bed sores. Flies lay eggs and the eggs hatch and then the worms
maggots
show up and they eat this is, like you said, this is biology.
Say it again! Say it again!
In case you didn't know.
Many of us aren't well versed in biology, and I understand that it's not for everybody. But that's why all of this needs to be said. So he's wrong about the bed sores thing. He's wrong about
mucus,
the mucus and the alkalinity and the acidity. So moving on.
Broccoli, being that is hybrid, unnatural, incomplete molecular structure, it should not be consumed by humans because the molecular structure is incomplete. It's an acid-based vegetable.
What about cauliflower?
Oh, that mother gonna rob you of your minerals. Cauliflower has nothing in it. That's why it is white. It has no carbon. No carbon.
And finally, talking about GMOs and fruits and vegetables and hybrids and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you think he's right about this?
Yes.
Let's just
Yes.
throw it to the audience.
I think
Do y'all
he's
think he's right?
I think it's.
Finally nailed it, huh?
I think he's absolutely right. Correcting everything he's saying.
Cauliflower's bad, so is broccoli. It's man-made.
Because it's white.
This white man.
Why don't we do
Oh my
this?
God. Oh.
If
So,
you look up colored cauliflower, or the different types of cauliflower, and they have a 30-second internet search will show that this man is wrong about cauliflower being white and not having carbon.
What other colors do they have? I thought it was always white.
Now, to be fair, if you haven't been anywhere or you haven't been to the right store, grocery store, they usually sell white cauliflower and you will never see any other kind of white cauliflower. But if you go to like a marketplace or even probably at Whole Foods or whatever, in specific areas, you will see cauliflower of different colors. You'll see purple cauliflower. You'll see yellow cauliflower, orange cauliflower. They come in different freaking colors. They really do. Now, when they turn, and I learned this researching for this episode, a lot of things that the farmers do is when the head of the cauliflower starts to show itself, they'll taper the leaves down to cover it so that it doesn't get sunburned. And that's where your white cauliflower comes from. It's from the farmers covering the head of the cauliflower so that the sun doesn't hit it. But if they just let the cauliflower grow, it comes up and it's like a yellowish color. But the issue is people look at it and they be like, and they don't buy it.
Right.
Which is why they cover the leaves, cover the head up. So that's why your cauliflower is white. It's not because it doesn't have carbon in it, which is crazy.
Please believe me! Please believe me!
It doesn't have carbon. We live on a planet of carbon. We have carbon. We are carbon life forms.
Yeah, I'm about to say we're
carbon-based life forms, but cauliflower don't have any carbon. Yeah, that's crazy. No. Cauliflower's fine. Broccoli is fine. He is right about one thing.
I'm about to say, I thought broccoli was
man-made, broccoli
engineered.
is a hybrid. He's absolutely right about that. You know what else is a hybrid? The apples you eat. You know what else is a hybrid? The bananas you eat. You know what else?
The bananas.
The peaches you eat. The cabbages you eat. 90% of the food that you eat are hybrid.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Or modified
You
in
about to
some way.
piss some people off.
Oh, no, bro. Hell no, my nigga.
I'm not going to Trader Joe's for nothing.
Yeah, it don't matter. You can go to Trader Joe's.
F you, Trader Joseph.
You can go to the Spanish lady who's selling watermelons on the side of the road. Guess what that watermelon you buying is?
What?
It's a damn hybrid.
No.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
They've been hybridizing fruits and vegetables since the times of the Egyptians.
Man, what?
Who knew?
You are out of your mind.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
What I would want people to do is look up what an ancient banana looked like.
Oh boy, you're gonna be
mad.
Woo.
You're gonna be like, what? It's
with seeds.
Yeah, that'd be
oh my
this
God.
big, thick, with seeds.
Seeds all over that butt.
And guess what? Our bananas today still have seeds in them, but they're so small that you don't even notice them. You just swallow the seeds.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
You swallow the seeds. You wild. You wild.
I don't eat bananas.
Wow.
I just
outrageous.
All of my female. I don't swallow seeds. Never have. Never will.
Never will.
Doesn't appeal to me.
appeal to me. This guy's clever.
Doesn't appeal to me. You got it.
The next camera. But people are so afraid of hybridized foods as if you haven't already been eating them. You've been eating them for a very long time. Your ancestors have been eating them. This isn't anything new. So to act like, oh, you shouldn't eat it because it's hybridized, well, then you might as well drop everything that you have been eating to this day. For all of the fruits and vegetables. You can't find an apple that hasn't been hybridized. You can't find one. That's the problem. That's the thing that I don't think people realize. Apples in the wild, natural apples are like this big, they're hard as rocks, and they're tart. You don't want to eat them. But through hybridization, we made them edible. That's what we do as humans.
Yeah, we make them eatable.
We make them eatable.
Stop it!
I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to the wall over here. But yeah, who would have thought that he would have been wrong about yet another thing?
Not his fans. Shit.
Definitely.
You know.
No. But
to say a few words about your arrest record.
I guess.
You have any final thoughts about this?
My final thoughts. You know. Okay. I get that white saviors have been pushed on us, but we can't just readily accept black saviors just because they're black or look like us. And we need to hold everybody to a standard. You can't just come to me and tell me I can just cure cancer. I can just do that. I can just cure, anything that's incurable. And these diseases and afflictions are in different categories.
Absolutely.
And you know all of the categories. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a doctor who specializes in heart, like bypasses, dealing with the heart, telling you, I could play with your asshole.
And I got news for you.
And figure out the problem. Or a proctologist.
I can check your prostate.
Put the glove on. Like, I can just do it all. Just bend over. It's okay. Trust me. I'm gentle.
Outrageous.
You would immediately be like, yeah, all right. I mean,
this is a sickness of the highest order.
My asshole, right? Y'all yeah, he's a doctor. That means you can doctor everything. You can just do it all. There's no specialization at all.
Oh my God.
I just want us to be more informed, more, like skeptical of claims, and do our best to research it. Try to take the bias out. I know that's asking a lot, but try to take the bias out and look at it through a fresh pair of lenses. Is this possible? Is this like something that makes sense? And before you just jump on a bandwagon and just start buying these products and all of that kind of stuff. And that's crazy. Because they'll buy the products and not know what's in the product.
Right.
And not like understand. They could like once over the the bottle and be like, oh yeah, coconut oil. Great.
Gotta be.
Say, bro. Pay attention to the things that you apply on your skin and put in your body. And I like I said, black people, I just want y'all to be a little more skeptical about these things. Just be informed. Again, a lot of this is just biology.
Another one.
In case you didn't know, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
So do your due diligence and level up and try to just learn about these kind of things before you start being loud and wrong like so many other people.
True that. And my final thoughts on this is, like you said, it's biology and chemistry is what this is. And I understand it's not everybody's forte. Everybody isn't going to be knowledgeable or understand everything. Maybe you know someone who is, though. Maybe you should ask that person who knows about this type of thing before you just swallow wholesale anything anybody's selling you. I get that there's this feeling, this strong urge to believe a black man is doing this thing and saving the world or whatnot. But everyone doesn't have your best interest in mind. A lot of people are just out here trying to make a buck.
All skin folk ain't kin folk.
Basically. That's what it is. And that's what this situation is. Like, I know we want to believe that this black man has found the cure to all these illnesses, but a lot of that comes from ignorance. It comes from his ignorance, and it comes from your ignorance.
Who he talking to like that?
It comes from you not understanding biology. That's why this man is able to trick you.
Talking to your ass.
That's why he's able to say things like, oh, this doesn't have any carbon. And you're like, yeah, that sounds right. It wouldn't be white if it didn't have carbon, right?
Right.
Yeah, but you don't know anything about carbon, though, either. So it sounds right to you. So the onus is on him for doing this. But you have a responsibility as well.
Absolutely.
For being up on this and not being so easily fooled. For somebody to come to you and claim that they can just cure all of your diseases, not knowing that even in the realm of cancer, just cancer alone, throat cancer is way different than prostate cancer. But you can get rid of both of them with the same treatment? That sounds crazy. But that's all I wanted to say. I just want, this whole video is just us wanting to keep y'all up and hopefully, push y'all to maybe learning a little more so that y'all aren't fooled by snake oil salesmen like Alfredo Bowman.
Facts.
That's what all this is about. But
yeah.
That's our show, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to our ramblings once again. I know this was a long one, but it needed to be done. It was a long time coming. So I'm your host, B. Ryder, co-host
J. Bell,
and this has been
Final Thoughts.